compound and complex sentences. Let's start with the clause and types of clauses to understand simple, compound and complex sentences. The clause. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a finite verb. It may convey a complete idea or thought, it may not. If it conveys a complete thought, it is also known as a sentence. Thus, we can say that a clause may be a part of the sentence or a complete sentence in itself. For example, a man was sitting under a walnut tree. It has a subject, a man, and a finite verb was sitting. Therefore, it's a clause. And because it conveys a complete meaning, it is a sentence. But when a clause is not a complete thought, it is a part of a sentence. For example, he thought that Vinay had acted rather foolishly. Here, the clause that Vinay had acted rather foolishly depends on the words he thought to get its meaning complete. Therefore, it is the part of the sentence. There are two types of clause. The principal clause or the main clause that conveys a complete meaning and is standalone, and the subordinate clause or the dependent clause that does not convey a complete meaning and depends on the other part or parts of the sentence to get its meaning complete. Let's take an example. This is the tomb. Here, this clause conveys a complete thought. Therefore, it is the main clause or the principal. It can also be called a sentence. Let's expand it furthermore and see. This is the tomb which Noor Jahan built for her father. Here, which Noor Jahan built for her father is the clause but depends on the first part of the sentence. This is the tomb to get its meaning completed. Therefore, it is a dependent or the subordinate. Hence, in this sentence, there are two clauses. The first one, that is, this is the tomb, is the main clause, and the second one, which Noor Jahan built for her father, is the subordinate clause. Now come to the concept of simple, compound and complex sentences. Let's talk about the simple sentences first. When there is only one principal clause or the main clause, it is a simple sentence. Or in other words, a sentence that has only one subject and one finite verb is the simple sentence. For example, Amar went to the market. Here we have one subject, Amar, and one finite verb, went. Therefore, it is a simple sentence. Sometimes there is a compound subject too. For example, Amar and Vijay went to the market. Here, the subject is compound, having Amar and Vijay together. Compound sentence. When two or more simple sentences are joined together with the help of coordinating conjunctions, they make a compound sentence. Or in other words, when there are more than one principal clause in a sentence, it is a compound sentence. Coordinating conjunctions can be remembered by the acronym FANBOY. Here, F means for, A stands for and, N means nor, B stands for but, O is or, Y is yet, and S stands for so. Let's take some examples. I ate some fruit. I had a boiled egg. These two are main clauses or simple sentences having one subject and one verb and conveying two complete ideas. Let's join them using coordinating conjunction and. I ate some fruit and I had a boiled egg. Here, I, which is the subject, can be removed to avoid repetition because it is common in both the sentences. Therefore, it will be I ate some fruit and had a boiled egg. I called him, he did not come. Again, these two are simple sentences that have one subject and one finite verb. Also, they convey two complete thoughts. Let's join them. I called him, but he did not come. Here, but is the coordinating conjunction. Word for your mental satisfaction. The joy lies in satisfaction. Word for your mental satisfaction. For the joy lies in satisfaction. Here, for is the coordinating conjunction joining two simple sentences. Complex sentence. When we have more than one clause in a sentence and and one clause is dependent on the other, it is called a complex sentence. In other words, a complex sentence has a main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. For example, Ram asked the boy why he was standing there. Here, we have two finite verbs, asked and was standing. Therefore, there are two clauses. The first clause is Ram asked the boy and the second clause is why he was standing. But it can also be seen that the first clause is standalone, meaning independent, thus it is the main clause, but the second clause is dependent on the first clause, therefore it is the subordinate clause. As we have a main clause and subordinate clause in the sentence, it is a complex. As I was walking down the road, I heard somebody calling. Here, as I was walking down the road does not make complete sense. It depends on the second clause to get the meaning complete. So it is the subordinate. And I heard somebody calling is a standalone clause or conveys the complete meaning. Therefore, it is the main. Since we have both the main clause and the subordinate clause in the sentence, it is a complex sentence. We can have more than one subordinate clauses also in a complex sentence. For example, my brother who was hungry beamed with delight when he saw his favorite food laid on the table. Here, we have three finite verbs. They are was, beamed and saw. Therefore, there are three clauses in this sentence. My brother beamed with delight is the first clause. Who was hungry is the second clause. And when he saw his favorite food laid on the table is the third clause. As we see, the first clause, my brother beamed with delight, is a complete thought, therefore it is the main clause. But the rest two depend upon the first one to get the meaning